How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Will You Press the Button? Now, I know I played Would You Rather in the past or a while ago, and I don't know how that went exactly, but this time, if you've seen Markiplier's videos, you know the whole gist about it. And this time, there's there's still two options, but I guess they're shorter answers, I guess. But anyway, let's get into it, I guess. You can turn into anything you want, but you'll be stuck like that. So this one's kind of different. Now, there's not exactly like if they're talking like fantasy or if they're talking in real life, because if that's true, then would it make sense if you were a shapeshifter? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna go for it, I guess. Not wrong one. Okay. What's going on? There. My computer's just a crappy laptop, and it's not exactly a gaming laptop. Hence why I'm not playing like Overwatch or anything. So I apologize for the lag. Okay, let's go to the next question. This would be really helpful if I knew how to edit. Okay. You have the ability to build anything, anytime, anywhere, which would be really helpful. You lack the materials needed and always have to find or buy them in order to build what you want. The thing is, they don't make sense. I mean, if you have the ability to build something anytime you want, you don't have to just be in your yard. You can go to, I don't know, a construction site and ask them if you can build it. If they already have the materials and everything. And as far as I know, it's not illegal to um well, I mean, obviously there's nobody in the world who can just randomly poof build anything in the world. So there's definitely no law. I mean, there probably is a law of not being able to like trespass in a construction site, but I mean, if you could get the job done, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind. But I don't know. I'm gonna press it. Yeah. Hmm. Gotta be entertaining with those transitions of slow computer. Okay. I keep on forgetting to put my phone on silent. It's Instagram or Twitter. Okay. All humans become completely righteous and never be evil to each other, which, come on, man, considering what's going on these days, I mean, it would be a blessing. Human civilization is inverted and stuck in the Middle Ages technical wow, that was bad pronunciation. Technologically forever. To be honest, if there's definitely a possibility of there never being like a Black Plague or the Red Death or any kind of that, I wouldn't mind. I mean, there wouldn't be any YouTube and there wouldn't be cops. At least I don't think. I mean, everything would be backwards. It wouldn't be like caveman, but it would definitely be less rules about murder, and there might be more people like Jack the Ripper and whatnot. I'm gonna say no. I mean, it's not peace is nice, but you can't exactly like make somebody be peaceful or not evil. But I'm gonna say no. Come on, God. If only I had a faster computer, this wouldn't be a problem. So basically, 51% people said E. They said no, just like me. I apologize for not reading the percentages. mostly interested on the question, so I apologize. You can travel back in time, but only as far as 30 minutes. You can't go forward in time. You can only bring back your knowledge of what happened. Now, if something happened like just I don't know, for example, you embarrass yourself in front of your crush, or you kind of ruin it by asking a girl out and she says no, and I guess it kind of tears you apart. I know I'm not projecting, I promise. Um, I think that it would probably you probably still have the same. You would have the knowledge of it happening. But I don't know. I don't see no downfall. I mean, you could change. You could keep somebody from dying, I guess. At least you'd figure out what it was that killed them, and then try to fix it. Maybe. I mean, I could just be wrong. Okay. People who press this button are 74%, which is, I mean, in the comments somebody said that there's no downfall, and I mean, if I scroll down far enough, I'd probably see one, but yeah, and 26 said no. Okay, this one kind of hits home, maybe. I mean, the first part of the question does, but not the second part. Okay, you meet your soulmate, but that person's the same gender as you. Now, it's probably gonna get a lot of like controversy, but if I'm being technical, somebody who's transgender is technically was a male or female, whichever have you. And from watching YouTube, I've seen a lot of attractive transgender women that I don't really find unattractive. So, I mean, if they put a lot of, if they put in some work looking female, and they don't have you know what, I wouldn't care actually. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of um attractive transgender women, and if they didn't have a thing, I wouldn't care. I'm gonna just go for it. Some stupid idiot on the bottom says found the homophobes or whatever. I can't stand that word. It's totally not. It's like it's like an overused word, and it just lost its meaning like every other word. Wow, what a question to get. You can read people's minds, but you constantly hear it and you never stops. But wouldn't you be able to choose who you hear? I mean, it's reading people's minds, not hearing people's thoughts. I mean, it's the same thing technically, but is it like a superpower, or is it like that movie with wow, I can't think of his name right now, with Mel Gibson? Is it like you can choose to read people's thoughts, or is it you just automatically hear their voice? But I'm gonna go with no, cause I don't know. I'm not. It'd be kind of hard to sleep, and I love my sleep. Okay, they're starting to get annoying. You get to live forever, but you have to spend it committing crimes. Now, I'm thinking that I'm thinking that this will probably be a not question because on one hand, you basically have to outlive your mom and dad and stuff, and you could live with your parents or you could be homeless and basically do that your whole life. But on the other hand, there's a lot of stuff that has became illegal nowadays. I mean, depending on where you live, collecting rainwater is illegal. Um, what else? That one sticks with me because I find it to be dumb. And sometimes, stealing food for people who don't have food is obviously illegal. And I don't know. The point is there's a lot of crimes, stuff that are considered illegal that is somewhat it could be positive if it's not murder or hurting somebody. But I'm gonna go with no because I'd probably go insane if I had to miss all my family. Um, 54% said yes and 46 people said no. Yeah, um, they must not have families. That sounds bad, but there's no other reason. I mean, some people, like to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, you get a million. You get $1 million, but 10 random strangers will die as a result. Now, there's a lot of people I know that would definitely take this deal, and there's um there's no telling of oh, it says random. So, I mean, it could be really really bad people, but it also could be a family member. So, I know nowadays, people think that money's the most important thing in the world, and well, being a YouTuber, regardless of me being small, a lot of people's creativity goes when it's about money, and having millions of dollars would definitely change my content. But I'm gonna do it on the off chance it's bad people. I mean, there's probably one or two good persons in there. And the bottom says, I'm disgusted by a certain number of people that an old thing. 64 people said yes, and 36 people said no. I know that 60%, 64% people like money. Um, okay, let's see. Ability to survive in. I'm sorry, let me read that again. Ability to survive in any environment, extreme temperatures, space, underwater, etc. Now, I'm not sure if space is an environment exactly. I mean, it could be like a gray area, but it says you can only be naked. You can only be naked. Now there's probably a like a gray area between surviving and being able to what this means is that if this is true, that means you can breathe in space and you could somehow breathe underwater. And it doesn't exactly say that you're indestructible. So, I'm sorry. I ate some Chef Boyardee, not sponsored by Chef Boyardee, by the way, but I just drunk that and got heartburn. I'm gonna pick no. Excuse me. 63 people said yes, and 37 people said no. I guess the 37% are somewhat smart. I mean, so many of these questions are kind of technical. Okay. You have an unlimited supply of various vines for the rest of your life. No, wines, I'm sorry. But you never drink you can never drink water again. Now, I'm not a big wine drinker, but I'm really really ashamed to admit that I'm not a big water drinker either. I mean, if you count the instant tea is made by water, so I guess I do drink water. If, even though it's got, anyway, I think that that's gonna have to be a no from me. Okay, and now we gotta wait for the slow computer. I apologize. If I could edit, I would. If I knew how to. I mean, I know it's simple, just cut and stuff like that, but I don't know. Anyway, 36% of people said yes, and 66 people said no. So a lot of people don't like wine, even though I hear it somewhat. Some instances, wine is healthy. I mean, a small portion anyway. Okay. Your life will be long and you will remain wealthy and in good health for the entire duration of it. But you cannot remember happy things from your past or your future life. Does that mean that you can't remember where or what you bought, like being excited to actually buy something that you wanted your whole life? And I know that forgetting your past sucks because it comes back to the old question: if you live forever, you will outlive your family and friends. So basically, if you outlive them, it in this situation, you have the part of not remembering them after, if you say yes. And as a big family person, even though it'd be nice to, be healthy and have a lot of money and be immortal, I assume, nothing's worth forgetting your family. And even though my memory is bad, I still remember my family, and that's why I picked no. You did